I wish so much that I had mastered self-care, but I absolutely haven't. You know, self-care is a journey, and sometimes I do it well, sometimes I don't do it so well. And I suppose I've learnt a lot from the experiences that I've had. I've had times when I've absolutely fallen apart, and I've found that the self-care that is often talked about traditionally as a list of things to do doesn't even come close to cutting what my needs and resources were. And I found that the sorts of things that I was doing really didn't meet the challenges that I was facing at that time. So I've been on a bit of a quest to look at what is it that makes up self-care and how to bring self-care to life. I'm still learning. And I also want to acknowledge that a lot of the stuff that I've learned about self-care has come from the people that I've worked with and their journey and their struggles, and also their huge achievements in the area of self-care. Self-care as a list of things to do, I call it aspirational self-care, really lets us down often. It's not that the things are bad, it's not that the things are wrong, they're great intentions, but it really doesn't meet us where we need to be met. It's often too far removed from where we are at, and we often lack the capacity to put it in place. Although it's well intended, although it has a lot of good ideas in it, so often it can fall into a self-care trap. And that trap is, I will have self-care when I have achieved something. And so you kind of are always asking yourself, am I there yet? Am I there yet? Have I got self-care? Am I better? And unintentionally what that does is that it focuses you on where you are and how you're not there. And so if you're not careful, it can become very much a deficit-based model of working. Self-care, one of the things that we need to know, and I think one of the basic principles that this whole course is based on, is that we're human. We experience joy, we experience laughter, we experience pain and hurt, and we cry. We experience, we have hopes for the future, and we also have fears and worries. We have times when we achieve things and we move forward in life. We have times when we seem to be just treading water and we just can't seem to get anywhere. And we have times when we also fail and we fall flat on our face. We have parts of us that we would rather not own up to and probably prefer not to have, and sometimes push to the side and pretend that aren't there. We also have amazing qualities and skills that we bring to our life. For me, self-care has to meet our humanness, the whole gamut, the whole range of our humanness. It has to meet the times when we're doing really well and help build and enrich and make that come alive even more. And it also has to meet the times when we're struggling and the times when things aren't working and the times when we haven't got it together, and not set unrealistic expectations of where we should be. We're all different, and the sorts of things that we'll cover in this course will be relevant at different times to you, at different times of your life, but also, you know, some things will speak to you and some things won't. So really just take from this course what's true for you, what's real for you. If it doesn't make sense, if you don't agree with it, that's absolutely fine. The most important thing is that you understand what it is for you and what works for you. Thanks very much, and go well.